Metro Brokers TV.
I'm Kathy Saltero with Metro Brokers TV. Today in the studio we have with us Mark Harrison. He is with Metro Brokers, and thank you very much for coming in and joining us. He is also talking to us about our Metro Brokers Triathlon Friday. And we talked to Mike earlier, and he mentioned a couple of great charities that this year's triathlon will benefit. Why don't you give us an idea of who they are?
Definitely. Metro Brokers has had a long-standing relationship with the Special Olympics here in Colorado, and we will continue to do so. But we're also really excited to bring on a new beneficiary of the event, which is Adaptive Adventures. Much like Metro Brokers, based out of Evergreen, Colorado, does a lot of their sporting events in Winter Park, Colorado. Basically, it focuses on disabled athletes of any age, kids with disabilities, soldiers coming back from the war or service with lost limbs, and they get them out there really experiencing what Colorado has to offer. They bike, they ski, you know, they raft. They do the things that able-bodied do and maybe take for granted, but they're able to do with the assistance of hopefully us and others, really get out there and make a difference.
So it's really going to benefit these two charities this time, and especially if we've got an expanded amount of people participating in the triathlon, it will be great. Definitely.
We're hoping that, you know, with the added exposure, that we can bring in, you know, more people, which obviously turns around and gives us the ability to donate more to these two charities. So we're excited about it.
Now, Mike mentioned that LoDos is one of the places that we go to after the triathlon. Tell me a little bit about how they're involved in the triathlon.
Well, definitely, and probably a lot of people do know LoDos, but they have 3 locations in the Denver metro area. They're geared towards that sports bar kind of, you know, nice restaurant, good food, but their main thing is outdoors and patio. You know, seating. And so when they heard about us, I have some friends there. They're very active in the triathlon community. Actually, someone that's tied into LoDos for the females won the event last year.
Wow, that's awesome.
So they're very excited about it. They cater, they bring the barbecue out to the event. They serve 3-2 beer, because that's what we can do at the state park. But they really do a great job. If anyone's been there, they know, and they basically bring that atmosphere out to our event.
And we also have some other key sponsors too. Why don't you tell us about those?
No, definitely. As Mike mentioned, we have wetsuitrentals.com, which I used last year, and I would also recommend anybody doing the event to use a wetsuit. We are still in the stages, but you know, we know Land Title is going to step up to the plate, and a lot of other people in our industry. Hopefully, Metro List. I'm just mentioning some of the last year sponsors. Iris, which is the Northern Colorado MLS system, as well as First Bank. Let's see, Polar Bottle. So there's a ton of different ones. Check the website, as Mike mentioned. We're adding them as we get them, but we're having discussions, and it's going to be a great year.
How has the triathlon community responded to our triathlon?
You know, from last year's event, certainly Mike and among others kind of monitored feedback, because we obviously want to do the best that we can and continue to get better. So blogging and that kind of thing, we got nothing but positive feedback. And this year, we're tying in with the Parker Tri Club, which has 120 members here in Parker, Colorado. They're going to be donating a lot of their resources and times for volunteers to make it a really strong event that way. And they have 120 people. So, you know, if they're willing to kind of be involved in the event, you know, I hope that speaks volumes to the community.
I think it's always important, too. People are going to ask, how do they register for it? So we've talked about that before, but let's do it again.
No, definitely. MetroBrokersTriathlon.com. There's a ton of information. We did one mixer at LoDos already. It was a nice success. We're probably going to have another 1 or 2. Has a chance to meet other former participants, trainers, some people from Adaptive Adventures. We want you to bring out the whole family. There's going to be some really interactive stuff from Adaptive Adventures, like hand cycles that able-bodied people are going to be able to try and feel what it's like to ride a hand bike. Right. So it's a good event.
All right, June 4th, keep the date.
Please.
All right, Mark Harrison, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Find more great Metro Brokers videos at metrobrokerstv.com.